Hi viewers, today I'm going to talk about something that I've been thinking a lot about of financialization. And if you don't know what financialization is, in simple words, is making money using money instead of actual making money from real production. So what I'm gonna do is I've been thinking a lot of about financialization, financial recently, lately, and wanted to ask, what does the modern world feel chaotic? Because in terms of what is valued and what is ignored. So this is kind of what is macroeconomic GPT said is financialization is rewired what society defines value. So definition, financialization is a process which financial market institutions and motives comes to dominate the economy, politics, and culture. So instead of value being created from making things like agriculture, manufacturing, infrastructure, we move to a system where value is often created from moving money, like derivatives, debts, speculations. So this is a quote from Chris Martin. Profit used to come from production, now it comes from position. So the impact is real world work like teachers, farmers, builders, caregivers, givers, and undervalue. But abstract financial gains like asset flipping, leverage games, and speculations are over rewarded. People who actually create values are often financially squeezed by those extracted through fees, and rents, and interest. So the disconnect between price and value. Financialization inflates the price of assets like stocks, housing, art, education, but that price often no longer reflects real world utilities or social value. So a home that used to be a shelter now is a speculative asset. University degree used to be signal competence, now is often financial debt bondage. And companies' value used to reflect profits from goods sold, now is often based on tight buybacks and cheap leverage. So we financialize everything, housing, education, even identity, but not in ways that serves human flourishing. George Gammon and Lynn Alden said that. So short-termers replace stewardship. Modern financial incentives reward quarter performance, not long-term health. This creates fragile supply chain, cheapest wins, not resilience, environmental destruction, externality ignored, and burnout for mental and health issues, community disposal of labor units. So we become self-obsessed with optimization, but we hollow out robustness. Nassim Taleb vibes here, but also Dan DiMartino Booth, critique of the Fed-driven misallocation. So psychological fallouts, anxiety, comparison, confusion. So this brain wasn't designed for constant comparison on social media, navigating systems of fake money, credit, QE, field markets, world war doing the right things often leads to financial struggle. So you get anxiety, numbness, and status confusion. Why does the guy flipping meme stock have a Lambo and others can't pay rents? The money system is built on debt, scarcity and debt. So at this core, fiat monetary system is debt-based, money equals credit, inflation prone, expansion is needed to avoid collapse, extractiveness, interest, and fees fall upwards. This creates treadmill effect. You can't stop working because you stand still, falling behind financial asset inflates but your wage doesn't. This experience is design flaw in the way the money is created, distributed. So what is value now? Current scarcity and attention is more valuable than truth and function. Perception beats reality, fake until make it, until it doesn't. Financial capitalists came where human and social capital are in sunlight. But there is a shift happening. People are waking up. Chaos sense is part of a larger transition phase from centralization, extractive finance, to decentralized regenerative systems, from status games to sovereignty games, from financial illusion to rural status. Voices like Robert Breedlove, Simon Black, even mainstream thinkers like Jeff Booth and Jason Lowry exploring this deeply question what a post-financialized world might look like. They go crazy film this. The chaos is real. Body and mind are responding to a system that's no longer making sense because it wasn't designed for human well-being. It was designed for capital flow. But So the reason why I wanted to share this thought today is I've just been seeing so much stuff in the online world where I just had this thought, and let me actually share. I'm going to write this in here. This is why I decided. The reason why I've been why I asked this question is that it feels like everything that is promoted on social media and on the internet doesn't feel like it's really real compared to what I am seeing with my own own two eyes when I go outside. So that's deeply perceptive and grounded observation. You're absolutely right to feel attention. What you're experiencing is a split between virtual signal and real world substitute, direct byproduct financialization, digitalization, and hyper stimulated attention economy. So I'll unpack this in a real, not theoretical way. The online world optimized for attention, not truth. So the internet and social media aren't built for reflective reality. They're built for capture attention. Attention flows towards conflict, outrage, novelty, luxury, dopamine hits, and the extremes, not the norms. So everybody looks rich, confident, successful. Everybody seems fast, effortless, exponential. Because a game of endless growth and observation, but that is a curated illusion, not lived reality. Isn't fake? Is funhouse mirror, warp speed, scale speed, and substance, grounding constraints and context. To see small people struggling with cause, real people working hard to pay bills, nature's own rhythm, slow, seasonal cycle. That's real wealth. Community, shelter, nourishment, time, relationship, craft. The problem is, real wealth doesn't go viral, so why is it disoriented? We live in two economy, narrative economy driven by social capital, clicks, perceived status, and fiat fuel speculations, and the physical economy where energy, food, and shelter and time still based on laws of thermodynamics and human biology. So financialization inflates the narrative economy, social media amplifies it, but the nervous system still lives in the physical one. It creates a kind of cognitive dissonance. So you're seeing 20 years old getting rich, Netflix, outside Uber drivers driving to cover rent, lacking to optimize every second, mom wrangling 3 kids and groceries. Everything to have a brand. Your neighbors just want peace and quiet. Taking massive private jets, food banks, piled online. So the cycle. Our brain evolved for immediate survival, small tribes, and tangible status signals. So social media hijacks those ancient circuits within infinite comparison, manufactured scarcity, FOMO-based identity games. You're not broken if you're not listening. You're awake, and the body knows what's real. So here's a practical guide. Ground yourself into tangible skills, nature, relation to your neighborhood, those unflappable assets. Engage in digital world strategically, not spiritually. So as a tool, not a mirror. Don't mistake ability for value. Life energy, not hype. What gives you energy? What drains it? True measure of income or followers. Meaning economy. Create, build, and support what's useful and beautiful, even if it's not sexy or scalable. That's what long-term value lies. You're not imagine disconnect. The modern world does promote illusions of reality because illusion scales better, monetize faster, and manipulates more effectively. They grounded with energy and reality, and the ones required to build true wealth, health, and sovereignty over time. This is such a powerful reflection, and I'm sure I'm not the only one feeling this way, where you see things online and everybody drives a Lambo, everybody's traveling to exotic destinations, everybody is winning. And yet, when you actually look outside with your own real 2 eyes, it's not that way. And is being able to kind of almost question what exactly is real. And what's real, what I found is I was at an event today and just talking to people and having real conversations. And these were people that every single day they are dealing with certain challenges. And the fact is when we're stuck in this world of digital, and at the same time, all of that has been financialized, where, as you read, is not real, but because of the fact that we live in a fiat-based debt system, it's just created a misalignment of what exactly it is the real thing versus the narrative. And that's what I feel a lot of times, where we're so like disconnected from what is real because of how much things we get that is pixelated squares that's shown on a screen, that we sometimes forget that we are we get to be connected to what's reality. And I know the irony is that you're seeing this on a pixelated screen and listening to me talk about this, but I think it's just a great reminder for us to really be able to know that yes, things have been, changing with like the economy, and because of how much cheap cheap credit there's been over the last, say, especially since 2020, where it just seems like everything is easy, everybody's winning. But I just want to let you know that at the end of the day, we still live in a world that's governed by thermodynamics, where not everything just grows infinitely. Not everything just can happen immediately. There's things that has to be done in terms of humans and energy and making things tangible to be able to actually make that happen in reality. So I wanted to share this thought with you today because it's just been something I've been thinking about, where I thought to myself, why is the the real world not the same as what I see on the internet? And was it because like financialization led to this? So just wanted to just share this because I figured that I might not be the only person that sees things this way, especially being a steel genius, that I just notice these patterns where it's like, why is it? Why is it that what I see, on social media isn't the same as when I walk out the door and watch with my own two eyes? So anyways, if you enjoy a video like this, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what your thoughts.